Hey, welcome everybody back to my channel. Occasionally I kind of get into some products that I try to use and I give a thumbs up or thumbs down to it. Not that I'm any professional of any kind, but I've got a microelectronics degree. I've went to school for computer repair. So, and I've been in the car industry, auto body repair, home industry. I've kind of done it all. And it teaches you how to adapt and learn things relatively fast. Now, my recent little adventure was with a company called Pi-Fi Networks. I don't know if you can see that. And you can see that it gives you kind of basic design on how to do things. Now, like the heading says here, and I'm sorry, I was going to take you outside and show you the aerial, but to be quite honest with you, it's so windy out there, it's really difficult. But I can tell you that my house is about 600 feet away from this shop. The shop is encased in tin, and when I first bought the aerial, I was under the understanding that basically what you did is you went to the house, you pointed towards the garage, and your garage, you could connect Wi-Fi. My fault. I misread it. Not the company's fault whatsoever. So when I finally got a hold of them and I said, hey, I'm having problems with it, going, well, you can't do it that way. Okay, well, I was under the understanding it was an aerial, like throwing a beam out. So once I actually, and by the way, I tried calling them with this and I couldn't really get them to respond. I actually went on the internet and I looked it up, and I found, after I saw this Raul guy talking about it all the time, I thought to myself, I think what he's doing is he's actually pointing the aerial to the hotspot and grabbing the signal. So sure enough, that's what I did. I connected the aerial on the outside of the garage, ran the cat cable into the laptop there, actually into my router, and then connected to it. Now, this problem with this company starts, and the reason I say a problem because it's quite lengthy, and I'm going to try not to bore you with it. When I first ordered the product, again, maybe it's not the company's fault, maybe it's the way they advertise it, like I don't know. But I ordered the product, it gets here, and lo and behold, I get it out, and I'm going to do a YouTube video, I'm all set up in here, get started on it, and I went, the hell? There's no aerial with this thing. So I call the guy, and I talk to the service guy, who happens to be Raul again, I guess, and he says, oh, we'll send you the product, yeah, okay, we'll get you the aerial. So they sent me the aerial, yeah. No mounting brackets whatsoever with this kit. So I called him and said, like, what the hell? I'm doing this YouTube thing. Like, I don't want to be an old man by the time I do this review. So I turn around and I machine up some bolts, make them up myself, and put it all together. So, and sure enough, they do send me the brackets later on. So now I turn around, I hook up the aerial, I get it all set up, I connect it to my laptop, but boom, I can see the network. It's kind of cool actually, the software. It lets you see all of the networks in the area that are open, that sort of stuff. Very dangerous thing actually, because if you're a hacker, man, it won't take long to find networks that are easily accessible. Anyway, what happens is I turn around and I hook up to it, and then like the data transfer is terrible. Like I gotta admit it's better than what I was having before, but it wasn't near as good as I thought it was going to be. And then all of a sudden, it just wouldn't work. Nothing at all. So I call this tech support, leave messages, I email, and this goes on for months and months and months. Now this is November I bought this product. We're in March of 2019. Yeah. So I turn around and I finally get pissed right off last week, and I called the company up and I said, I'm so sick and tired of this bullshit. You either call me back or I'm shipping this piece of shit back to you, and I will do a review that you're going to regret. So lo and behold, Raul calls. Raul. Anyway, he calls up and he says, man, I'm so sorry. We're growing in leaps and bounds. We can't seem to get control of things. I'm so sorry. I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you my personal phone number, and you can get a hold of me anytime or text me and I'll help you out. I said, well, I'm not in the shop right now. I'll try and do it tomorrow. So Saturday starts the adventure of a lifetime. Now you have to remember, my shop is 600 feet away from the house. So I have no internet here. So I'm talking to Raul, or texting Raul, and I said, here's what's going on. He says, oh, I don't believe that. Show me a picture of it. Okay. Back to the house, Send the picture. Then he says, well, okay, try doing this and send me a picture of that. Back to the shop, do it, take a picture of it. Back to the house, send the image. You can imagine how my day was going. I was getting pretty pissed off. So then what happens is, he then gets to the point where he says, well, that's impossible. And listen, I'm a tech guy. So I understand that sometimes when people talk, I don't know the terminology for what he wants to call the little gray thing with green lady things on it. I call it a module. And that connects to the aerial, because the flat dish is the aerial. The module is at the end of that. And then the cable is cat cable, comes back to my computer. And what I said to him was, buddy, every time I connect my router to the laptop, bada boom, I can see it. Every time I connect your cat cable to my laptop, it sees no connection at all. So that tells me that your module is not sending power enough to let my laptop recognize it. Oh, that's impossible, he says. Now, the green lights are on the little connection. I'll show you that in a minute. And I'm going to show you what actually happens. You're going to love this. Okay, so here's the laptop. What we're going to do, this is the power cable for this gizmo, and we're going to plug this in. Sorry, I'm going to have to grab this. And so I plug that in. You can see the green lights on there. And now what we're going to do is we're going to tell it to go look for their router gizmo as soon as I can get this mouse thing to work. It's pretty cold out here, so this mouse doesn't like it. So okay, so it's not seeing there. So let's go Internet Explorer, see if, or Firefox. Come on. Close tab. Okay. So now we're going to go, and it's going to say it's not connecting right now. And we've connected directly to the item. Give it the IP address. No, I guess it's not going to let us connect today. Okay, so basically what happens is, actually a couple days ago when I tried this, I left it unplugged for 48 hours and came out, plugged it in, bada boom, I got connected. What's basically happened is the module's overheating or it's crashing. I don't know what the deal is with the module, but here's the interesting part. I tried to talk to this Raul that day and said, hey, or text him back and forth. And by the end of the day, I'm getting furious because he's talking to me like a child. And then next thing I know, he's gone. But not before he says to me, I'm definitely going to get my tech guys to call you on Monday. And then suddenly he's gone. So give the guy credit. Maybe he went out for dinner or something and he just said, I don't really care about this customer. So come Monday, does tech support call me? No, tech support doesn't call me. I called them, and guess what? Lo and behold, they said, hey, because we're so busy right now, you just email us and we'll get back to you. Yeah, well, we know how that works. That's been going on for weeks and they never respond. So I get on the phone, I said, Raul, what the heck? You're supposed to have somebody call me. And he doesn't respond. So by this time, I've gotten to the point where I realize I'm getting jerked around. So I contact PayPal, yay, PayPal, and say, hey, boys, I bought this product, and this is what he said to me. And he basically, just before I contacted PayPal, the reason I contacted them, he sent me a text and said, I really can't support your technical requirements at this time. What the hell does that mean? I'm too stupid to figure out your problem? I'm too lazy to figure out your problem? Or I'm just a moron that tried to take your cash and shipped you a piece of junk? I think it's that one, actually. So I contact PayPal. PayPal looks into it and they go, oh yeah, this is terrible. And I showed them all the stuff that I had. And they said, okay, we're going to escalate this claim. So while I'm talking to PayPal, guess who contacts me by text? Raul, yeah. And he says, hey, I see that you've opened up a case. I'm going to credit you back all your money. And I'm going to send you an RMA return. And then later he says, oh, don't worry about it. Assuming to me that means he doesn't want his product back because, you know, as far as I'm concerned, I'm going to take it down off the wall anyway. So what happens? I get the $100 credit for the aerial, by the way, that he shipped, and they didn't send all the parts originally. And then what happens is he doesn't credit me the 230 some odd dollars American. I'm going, what's going on here? So I waited 2 weeks and I sent him a couple texts in between saying hello. And I also sent him a text saying, by the way, we figured out what's wrong with your piece of junk. It's a piece of junk. This is what's causing the problem. Does he respond? No. So anyway, I get a text, or I get an email from PayPal today. And PayPal says, oh, by the way, Simplewifi says they want their product back or they're not going to refund your money. But Raul said he didn't care and he's not sending me out. So what does this mean? This means that I have to pay to ship his piece of garbage back to him, even though he's the one that's at fault. He could have said, hey, this module's faulty, I'm going to send you a new one. He could have said a lot of other things to be customer friendly, but what did he do? He just basically has not responded whatsoever. So I sent him a text today and said, you know what, Raul, I wasn't going to do a review on your product because quite frankly it's a piece of crap. And but I feel compelled to let other people know on the internet, because there's quite frankly nobody else talking about your product, that what kind of customer service you have. Now keep in mind, I'm not your average Yogi Bear that would have spent a couple minutes on this thing, got really frustrated. To me, it was a challenge to figure out what caused the problem. Why is it not working? Part of me wants to take the product apart and dissect it and re-engineer it and fix it just to irritate the shit out of them, because I got $100 of my money back. I at least get something back. And then I keep the aerial for the 250 bucks and I make it work. But it's got their software on it, so I assume that it's their product. And you know, who knows what kind of bullshit they can turn it off from their place. I don't know, but I don't want to know either. So what am I going to do? I'm going to take this piece of crap, load it back in a box, take a bunch of pictures of it, ship it back to him, say kiss off, get my money back from PayPal. I will never buy a product from them again. If you're looking at buying this product, think twice. Because even if it works as good as they say it did, I'm pointing out it didn't work at all. Actually, it did work for 5 minutes and it did seem to grab the aerial, but it didn't work as efficiently as they say it does. Then quite frankly, there's going to be other competitors out there who probably will do a better job of supporting their product. These guys clearly don't care. And I don't know why, because it's not like I was a real pain in the butt. I just wanted to have something that worked in my garage. So what am I going to do? I'm going to run a cat cable from my router, which by the way, I moved closer to the wall anyway because I wanted to get a better signal for this thing. I'm going to run a cable along the fence line of my fence, which comes up to the rear of my garage. And since I have a hole in the side of the garage anyway now from their cable, I'm going to pop the cable in here. I'm going to put another router inside. I'm not going to treat it as a standard router. I'm going to do some settings on it, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to do this. And I'm going to show you how this is going to work. Total cost, it's like 80 bucks if I buy a brand new spool, but I just happen to have a whole spool of cat cable here anyway. $6 for 10 ends in case I screw up. And what else did I buy? Oh, I had an old router kicking around in the garage that I took, and I'm going to reutilize that. So for 150 bucks maximum, I'm going to have something working in my garage and something that's not going to give me a headache the way these guys did. I don't really like doing videos like this. If I have a problem with a product, I don't like it. I just don't want to really even put it out there because, you know, people put comments below bashing, saying I have it, you know, whatever. I'm telling you right now, I went through this thing. It was nothing but a pain in the butt. I'm going to be doing a couple of reviews on Octal, the diagnostic computers. I bought a couple of them over the years, and actually I don't mind using them. I just bought the new MX880 for my Volkswagen because I couldn't rewrite the EPC code, sorry. And it was an adventure and a half doing that, but actually it worked out really well, cleared all the codes. For the first time since I've owned my Volkswagen, I have absolutely no error codes on it. A miracle. It's kind of like the carpenter doesn't know how to fix his own, doesn't want to fix his own house, he's too lazy. I kind of had the same thing happening with me, I just didn't care. But I just decided one day that it was time to fix all of that. So, you have before you an honest review of the Pi-Fi, Wi-Fi, whatever the hell they want to call themselves. They are on the internet. They praise up and down it's the easiest thing in the world. Maybe I just got a really bad faulty one, but what you really got to be concerned about is their customer service here. What can I say? Anyway, thank you very much for watching my video. I'll get back to you with some new ones coming up shortly. I'm going to try and do a little bit more videos on stuff that I've been doing. Clearly, I've been lazy with my YouTube channel and haven't done nothing. I'll get back at it. I got some new projects coming up. Thermal cameras. I just picked up a blower door for doing energy auditing on houses. And I bought a drone, the Phantom 4 Pro drone with the goggles. And I'm picking up, I'm not sure if I'm going to go with a phone, tablet, or I'm going to get an iPad mini for it. I haven't really decided at this point. But that's one of my other things I'm going to be playing around with. What else? That's pretty much it, you know. I'm just a big kid with a lot of little toys. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. See you next time.